A statue dedicated to the Duke of Edinburgh would be a fitting tribute to the decades of service he dedicated to the UK, royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams has said. He told Express.co.uk, a statue to Prince Philip along the lines of those honouring George VI and Queen Elizabeth, which stand together in the Mall, is an excellent idea. Those to Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Lloyd George and Mary Seacole, which have been erected in London in recent years, show how statues, until recently thought largely a moribund way of paying tribute, have assumed new relevance. A statue to Prince Philip will pay homage to a truly Great Britain. His partnership with the Queen is one of the great royal romances and should, without doubt, be appropriately commemorated. Mr. Fitzwilliams' remarks come after political leaders and everyday Britons were said to be in favour of paying a lasting tribute to the Duke of Edinburgh. Prime Minister Boris Johnson and the leader of the opposition Keir Starmer appear to be in agreement over building this statue. A source told the Daily Telegraph Mr. Johnson was likely to support the plan. The paper also reported a Labour source saying, "The Duke of Edinburgh dedicated his life to the service of our country and the Queen. A statue would seem a fitting tribute for his years of service." And a cabinet minister was reported saying, "Every sovereign and consort has a statue somewhere. It must be right to have a statue for the Duke. The Queen Mother and George VI are just off the Mall. George V is just by Westminster Abbey in a rather good spot." Thousands of Britons came together online to support the idea of a statue portraying the Duke of Edinburgh. A petition launched in the wake of his death has gathered more than 10,000 signatures in less than 2 weeks. Among those who signed this call for action, one person said in a comment, "Prince Philip served the United Kingdom to the end in many ways and was a wonderful support as consort to our dear Queen Elizabeth. God bless him, a statue is the least he deserves in his memory." Another simply said, "He deserves it." And a third wrote, "I want the Duke of Edinburgh to be remembered with a fitting tribute to the man, the environmentalist, the longest-serving consort, the oldest public servant and a very funny decent man." The considerable cost of the statue, for which there are yet no concrete plans in place, could be covered, rather than by directly using taxpayers' funds, through a public appeal for donations. The £2 million Queen Mother's statue in the Mall, erected in 2009, was paid for thanks to the production of a commemorative £5 coin marking the Queen's 80th birthday. Prince Philip died peacefully on the morning of April 9 at Windsor Castle. His funeral, which he mostly planned himself, took place on April 17 at St. George Chapel. The procession featured touching details such as the presence of his carriage and pony in the quadrangle or the use of a hearse he designed himself, a custom-made Land Rover. The funeral, attended by 30 guests, saw the reunion of Prince Harry with his closest royal relatives.